Alright, so while I was on vacation in Croatia, I went to the Plitvice Lakes National Park with my friends, and while I was there I thought, whoa, this is pretty beautiful, maybe I should start filming and turn this into some sort of vlog. Now, I'm not really talking during the videos, this is all voiceover because let's face it, talking while walking around filming stuff is kind of weird in public, so all voiceover, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Our group of 5 booked the tickets online on the official website, and all you have to do is enter the day and time you're gonna visit, and then there will be the different price categories depending on if you're an adult, student, whatever, and a limited amount of tickets depending on which entrance you go to. Our group went to entrance 2 because that was the only one that still had tickets left. The park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and it is very popular. As a result, it gets pretty packed, as you will be able to see later. Alright, so first things first, parking. At entrance 2, there isn't really a proper parking lot unless you're driving a bus or a Sprinter, in which case there are proper parking lots for those types of vehicles. You're just parking in the forest on pretty uneven terrain on some gravel, and like I said, the park gets pretty packed, so it might take a while to find a parking spot and it could be quite difficult to park. I wish I would have filmed it, I'm sorry. Yeah, just make sure you're up to the task beforehand. Alright, now let's get to the park itself. After walking quite a while from the parking space to the actual entrance, and then walking a little bit more, this is what you see. This beautiful lake with this amazing clear water. This is actually a place where boats can dock. As you can see on the image, there's these small personal use boats that you can use that have paddles or oars or whatever you want to call them, but that's also the place where the transportation boats dock, which you can use to get across the park more quickly. On this image you can see one of the transportation boats up close, and in the distance you can see where the boat actually goes to and drops off passengers and picks them up. After getting to the other side, we immediately got in line again to take another boat elsewhere. The queue probably took about 30 to 40 minutes, which gave me a chance to film the fishes in the water. Then after some time, we finally reached our final stop on our boat journey, and we had this amazing view. After a quick stop at the souvenir shop and getting some ice cream, we made ourselves on our way to go to the big waterfall, which is where I started taking more pictures and taking videos. And even though the waterfalls on the way there were small, they were pretty loud. Then all of a sudden a dog jumped into the water in front of us. I wish I would have caught it on camera, but here's the dog taking a swim. This feels like a pretty good point to mention that bathing in the lakes is not allowed, but I think the dog got off scot-free. And then, after walking for quite a bit, we finally got to the big waterfall. I'm not going to lie, I thought the waterfall would be bigger, but it was still a pretty amazing spot to be at. Afterwards, we decided to head back, but not the way we came, but to head to entrance 1 instead. To get to entrance 1, we had to walk up a hill, which let us see the park in a totally different perspective. After reaching entrance 1, we took a bus back to entrance 2 because we wanted to go to our car and head back home. I call it a bus, but that thing really looks like something straight out of Jurassic Park. And that was basically our trip. We spent about 3 hours in the park. We probably could have spent a bunch more time if we decided to eat there or do some other activities, but I thought it was really beautiful, and if you're in Croatia, I would recommend checking it out.